I'm in rural Oxfordshire, which is a really magical part of the UK. And last night it rained, so the ground smells amazing. It's that bountiful time of the year, and the wheat harvest is ready to bring in. It's such a great place to come and stay.
Stretching from the Cotswolds to the Vale of White Horse, this is Oxfordshire, covering 3 areas of outstanding natural beauty. Miles and miles of fertile farmland. And here is Asila's family farm. 3 generations all living under one roof in this picturesque rural haven.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Simon.
Hi, Asila.
Hi, Sela, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Wow, who are these guys?
These are our goats.
Are they little pygmy goats, or are they just
They
kids?
are, yes.
Hello, you're here, though. It's a really amazing farm. I'd love to hear a bit about the history and what you're up to here.
Yeah, so we've been here about 17 years. And my family, when we moved here, we didn't know anything about farming. And we moved on to basically 2 empty fields.
How many different kinds of animals have you got?
We've got sheep, we've got goats, alpacas, chickens, turkeys, guinea fowl, geese. I think that's it.
Great. So obviously I'm here to help you transform a space. Could you tell me a little bit about what you're thinking?
So we've got a little campsite on the farm, and our first project is the one that I'm going to show to you.
Great. Lead on.
This is it.
Well, I must admit, I didn't expect to see a boat. And someone's chopped a hole in the side of the boat?
Yes.
So it's not going back to sea, is it?
No, she's not sailing anywhere. She doesn't have a mast either.
How did you end up with that?
We were given her by a friend of ours who is a carpenter, builder, and so he said, do you want this amazing wooden boat that you can use for your campsite and it'll be really cool and really interesting? And he didn't quite tell us exactly what state it was in. And he asked us if we wanted it, and we kind of foolishly went, oh, yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea for a kind of really unusual camping project.
So you had that in mind right from the beginning when he offered you the boat?
Yes, we knew we wanted to turn it into some kind of accommodation for visitors, yeah.
Cool. And so how long has it been there?
It's been here a couple of years, more than a year. Yeah, it's been a few seasons.
I wonder how waterproof she is as well. Is it watertight?
It's not watertight because we've lost the forehatch cover. So there's a big hole in the ceiling.
Simon has certainly got his work cut out.
OK, let's have a explore. Let's go on the deck first. Wow. It's nice being up on the deck.
Yeah.
I can imagine sitting up here. Can I go inside?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's actually a really nice space. It's got loads of character. It says 1983. Look at this here, these inbuilt drawers. Loads of detail. To put something like that in would take so much work.
Yeah.
Really think it's worth saving. I mean, it's the galley kitchen. I'm not sure whether it'd be big enough for a kitchen in a space you're going to rent out. And then these beds, obviously 2 singles at the moment. I know that they're really uncomfortable. You've got these little foot locker at the end. What's it called?
Trotter boxes.
Trotter boxes. A really unpleasant way to spend a night, sleeping with your feet in one of those, because you can't get straight in your feet. So maybe they could be removed. Can I look forward?
Yeah.
There's another bunk at the forward, smaller one. I don't think any of this is structural, you know. So this could, in theory, come out to allow you to lengthen these beds.
OK.
We could really rejig this space in so many ways. We've got lots of options in terms of seating and how we're going to sleep, and there's so many lovely details. I mean, look, I even love this little porthole here. Look at that. Oh, fresh air. I really like it. I think it's a great idea. We're going to have lots of fun doing this.
Yeah.
OK, let's go and have a think outside.
Asila and her family want to transform the boat into a magical holiday hideaway. But the boat has seen better days.
Well, I don't know about you, but I really didn't expect to be coming to see a boat in the middle of a field. And it's a nice boat, but it's been sat in a field for a long, long time. But it has got a really quirky inside. but as like most small boats, it's really cramped. I think there's some really beautiful woodwork inside which we could make the most of, but it's going to need more space if it's going to be a place where people come to visit. I also think the aspect is a bit wrong. It's kind of tight in the corner of the field. It would be better turned so that its side is to the south so it can get the most of the sun. But what it really needs is making waterproof. So I think one of the solutions is to build an actual structure over the stern of the boat, and that's going to help prevent water getting into it, but also give us a bit more extra room. I think inside the boat can then become principally a sleeping area with a big bed at the bow and then just extending the 2 existing locker beds that are there. And potentially the stern could be used as a seating area outside, but that's quite a big job. And potentially I think that's something I've got to hand to them to do before we come back, so that we can then rejig that really nice interior. So despite all the cobwebs, I actually think this boat's got a lot of potential, but there's a lot of work to do before we come back. I'd better get planning.
Building a structure over the boat will make it waterproof and add that much-needed space. With some clever reworking inside to make beds and moving the boat to a better location, this run-down, rotting relic could have another chance. So with a plan in place, Simon leaves the sealer and her family to start work on the boat. But life on the farm tending to the animals gets busy. And when Simon returns, the boat isn't quite as far along as he expected. The boat has been moved, but there's no roof on the extension, and nothing has been touched inside. Simon's going to need his trusty team to pull this one off. Interior designer Verity Coleman, who always sees the potential in a project, and carpenter Ian Tsang, a genius at turning the trickiest of spaces into wonderful places.
Quite a lot of geese.
There is a lot of geese.
Wow, so this is our project.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So guys, this is a sealer's boat, and I do have to say, it's not quite how I imagined it would be when we came back. I think there's been a few issues as to how far they could get.
Okay.
It's not finished. We don't have a roof, we don't have windows, we don't have a floor, we don't have stairs, so the boat isn't watertight. And our main project was going to be kind of what we can do with the boat. So we're going to have to take a step back. I think the first thing we're going to do is create a temporary waterproof roof so that we can get inside and do that rejigging of the space. And then if we've got time left, we can have a look at this space and see what we can do.
Perfect.
But there's a lot to do. So we're going to look at the boat?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Trip over, Verity. Welcome on board.
Wow.
So, what we really need to do is open up this space. So we're talking about taking out these partitions, getting ourselves back to a place where there's 4 sleeping spaces in this area, and still trying to hang on to all these lovely little details like the cabinets and the drawers. And then that stern, once it becomes waterproof, can be a seating area.
Yeah, perfect.
And think about how we're going to paint the painted areas.
Yeah, I like all the features I see. I've never worked on a boat before.
Well, this one's a bit out of water.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we've got to get a roof on that building. Let's get going.
The roof is the top priority, as it looks like the rain could come any minute. So it's all hands on deck.
So we're just getting the walls prepared so we can lay on a temporary roof, and I'm cutting off the excess cladding so that we've got a smooth, flat roof beam, which we can lay our joists on and then roof. Ian, can I swap ladders with you? I can't reach anymore.
Let's finish off this post then.
Happy?
Yep.
Last one. Come on, tiddlywinks. Because the rain is coming.
With the weather about to turn, a sealer's dad, Lutfi, lends a hand.
Lutfi, what have you got going on in this farm?
Too much would probably be the simple answer, but we try and do everything. It's mixed farming. We're trying to be organic, to do things traditionally. And then we try and emphasise not just the farming, but the sustainability of the whole way we're living on the land. So we've got a big biomass boiler, we've planted thousands of trees.
Brilliant. And I was told you have school groups come.
We do. We've got school visits, family groups. We try and get people to come and actually see how we're farming.
Brilliant. Thanks, Lutfi. We've now got a watertight building. Don't leave this on forever.
I was going to say, I won't. But it's good. It gives us a bit of a breather. We can work on stuff inside.
You can carry on, and then when you're ready, you get the roof on.
That's great. Thanks very much.
Simon's next big challenge is to restructure the inside of the boat. It needs to have space to sleep 4 people comfortably. Right now, it sleeps 3 at a squeeze.
So we managed to get the roof on, which is just as well because it's starting to really rain now. And what I'm about to start doing is having an explore to see just how I can redig this interior. And I'm hoping to be able to take out this interior wall, which is not structural. And then I want to lengthen the beds. These foot boxes make it quite uncomfortable. They're designed for really minimal space. So I want to rip them out and make these into full-length beds. But what I don't want to do is damage all the nice woodwork that we've got, the drawers and the architrave, etc. But I need to start just having a little play to see what's loose, what can come out, what can be reclaimed, what can be removed. For example, there's a really lovely drawer back here, which would be nice to reclaim.
Making the structural changes to the boat will be a slow process. And once it's done, the grotty interior also needs some love and attention. Verity needs to find out what state the soft furnishings are in, and Asila's been busy.
Ah, I see cushions.
Yep, so I just got everything out from the boat.
Brilliant.
Washed it here.
Yeah.
Washed all the covers I could.
And it's all come up quite nicely, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That looks really good. Okay, so we did talk about perhaps recovering all of them, but these have come up so well. I don't think we necessarily need to change them out just for the sake of changing them. I think we should try and reuse wherever we can. Pile me up. Thank you.
All right. Be 3.
Yeah, or I could probably carry a 4th. Go on.
All right.
Maverick. Perfect. Okie dokie. Let's go.
Leaving the team to plough on, Simon takes Asila to a nearby farm just outside Oxford to show how another unusual space, much like the boat, has been turned into a beautiful and unique B&B.
Okay, here we are. This is the Rectory Farm.
Wow.
What do you reckon? It is quite a wow, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Yeah. Big in.
Yeah.
It's got a nice setting. It really feels like it's emerging out of the hedgerow. And then, for me, I think it's all about that view.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Let's go take a closer look. So it is actually made out of other items, although you may not necessarily guess. It's not a boat, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But it is 2 reused things. That's a classic old railway carriage. It will have corrugated iron ends. And then they've put that on a really big old iron baling trailer from the farm.
Okay. That's really
And
cool.
she's been clad in this beautiful silvery shingle. They're cedar shingles, and they would have been coloured when they went on, but the
Right.
sunlight has silvered them down to that really nice tone.
Oh, cool.
I want to go and have a look.
Yeah, me too.
Come on.
Inside, the owners have made the most of the small space, whilst also keeping some quirky and original touches.
Wow, look, it's actually got original oak walls still in it.
Oh, nice.
For me, that's the most dramatic thing in this space. It's a bit like your boat interior. Really rich, beautiful finish. Very hard to replicate. Absolutely needs to be maintained and made the most of. Do you know what, the hatch and the way the light comes in, that's kind of like the hatch, isn't it, in the boat?
Asila's boat has very limited space inside. Facing the same problem, the owners here have found a way to maximise it.
I like the little kitchen unit. It's got some really nice touches of the flowers and other little details around the room. Got a gas hob.
Oh, that's cool.
And a little oven underneath. And then we've got a little space for storing pots and pans. But it's a simple space, it's narrow, it's bigger than your boat. You can't really get that much in here, but they've got everything you need. But, you know, actually, for me, it really is all about the view that way and the outdoor space.
Yeah.
Over there, they've got a wood-powered hot tub, which is steaming away. Looks like it's almost ready to get in.
Oh, cool. Wood-powered, I like that.
You sit in the hot tub and you're looking at the view.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we've got this outdoor seating area made from logs and a fire pit. It's really great.
Nice, it's really cosy.
Back on Asila's farm, now there's a watertight structure over the stern. Ian can get to work. The space will eventually be used as a seating area.
This is the entrance to the boat, under our nice cover now, thankfully. And I'm making a simple stud wall in order to take some cladding, and make a nice little shelf here that still keeps the feature of the curve of the boat. And then I can make a nice stairway that comes down as an entranceway into the boat.
Verity is sorting through some fabrics that will bring in the cosy feel the boat needs.
The colour scheme for inside the boat is going to be quite nautical, and we're going with pale blues and whites and really try and bring some of the sea back inside the boat, and that's the idea we're going for. So I'm just trying to grab together enough bits that we've got to make that work, and lots of different textures, but also that's comfortable and usable.
Using different fabrics is a simple way to give the inside of the boat a much-needed revamp.
This Hessian I really like. I like the texture of it. The colours work for what we need them to. And also, it's quite coastal and rustic, which will be really nice. But there's lots and lots of foam, and because this is already a Hessian bag, we might actually be able to utilise the edges and very quickly turn this into something that we can use, which will look amazing and is easy to make. So I'm going to keep playing with this and try and have a look at the best combination of fabrics and sizes to use, so that as soon as the boys are out, we can get in there and start putting stuff in.
Back at the railway carriage, Simon has arranged for Asila to meet owner Jeremy to find out how he made such an unusual B&B so successful.
I'd really like to know about your farm and what was the inspiration behind the spaces you've created.
Well, the farm was a small farm, so we decided to put some cabins down here as a diversification project. We have the old GWR railway line going behind the hedge here, which inspired us to do the railway cabins. And we just found that it was something that the farm needed, just to give it a bit of a boost.
And I noticed that trailer, it looked like an old hay trailer.
It is. It's originally an old lorry trailer. It's probably done many miles, and then it's done many miles on this farm, carting hay and straw back and forth to the farmyard.
So it's had 3 lives already?
3 lives, yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
How long did it take for you to build up to where you are now?
Well, the first year was not many people came at all. The second year got a bit bigger, and word of mouth got around, and now it's pretty full.
Do you find you have a lot of repeat customers?
We do now. Yeah, it's taken a few years, but yes, we definitely do now. I think we've had someone come back for 6 times.
Oh, wow.
Which is saying something good.
So how important would you say is it to have like a big outdoor space?
I would say it's probably the most important factor. I think people, they've had a hard week at work, and they come here and it's wide open and quiet. They can make as much noise as they want.
So have you got any advice for me starting out?
Keep everything simple, make cleaning very easy, and give people as much space.
OK, so I'm putting them on a tiny boat, which will be difficult to get into, and there won't be much space.
That's brilliant. That's fine, as long as it's unique, as long as it's different, as long as they've got space outside.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
OK, great. I can do that.
With the unique design and wide-open outdoor space, Jeremy has created a B&B that guests love.
I'm afraid I'm going to put you on the spot now and ask you a question. How much do you think it is to stay in a location like this each night?
Oh, gosh. About £100?
You're actually dead on, yeah. High season would be £100. Low season, we'd probably bring the midweek prices down to about 70.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your knowledge. It really is useful to ask questions like that. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
The visit has shown Asila that taking the time to make the most of her quirky boat could really pay off in the long term. Back on the farm, Simon cracks on with the slow job of restructuring the sleeping area. And Verity is adding some nautical touches for the interior.
Verity, I found you something, some glue that might help with your project.
Yes, that will be amazing. Put it on there and then I can wrap the rope round.
right.
How is it on the boat and what's going on?
It's an interesting place. It's got lots of rot, lots
Yeah.
of wobbly lines and hard shapes to copy and make. It's a bit of a challenge, to be honest. I'm much liking it under this cover with you. It's
Stay
great.
here, Ian, with me
I will, I want to.
and make things.
What are you making exactly?
So this is a lid for a basket that they're going to be able to use on the boat to keep things like blankets in and other stuff, and then it's going to be a tabletop.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to look nice
And nautical.
and nautical if the rope can stick.
So I help feed it to
Yes. It's quite noisy in there. Is there lots coming down?
you. The partitions are coming down, so hopefully it'll feel much more spacious
Yes.
and 4 people can actually sleep in it.
That will be really good when it's done. And then we're going to put it on our table.
Oh, the crowning glory?
Yeah. Ta-da!
Yeah. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
like
looks amazing.
Okay.
It's going to look great in there.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, Ian, for your help.
all right.
Have
Yeah.
fun. I'll come over and have a look. in a
Okay,
minute.
thanks, mate. See you.
See you soon.
Look at that. Loads more room. So we're going to open up the ends of these single beds, but from here onwards, we're going to level off to build a double bed, and I'm going to try and salvage this locker and bring it forward to here, and then just make a bed level above it.
I have tea.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
You know it.
Thanks, hon.
you.
There we go. One for you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, let's have a look. Wow.
What do you think? Nearly ready.
Nearly ready. We have a lot of work to do. Looks good though.
It's made a lot of difference.
It's really opened it up. I'm going to leave you guys to crack on. Lots to do.
You don't want to help?
I am helping, but outside. Doing
All
other
right, we'll
bits.
see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
While the structural boat changes are important, there's also a need for smaller details that really catch the eye. Verity has a quirky idea to add to the charm of the boat. And she's roped in Asila, her baby nephew Kian, her sister Lamia, and 2-year-old niece Zena to help her.
Zena, we are going to make a picture to go in the boat. And what I need you to do is pick some shells. Can you pick some for me?
Yeah.
Which one? Do you want to have a look? Is that enough? You pick the best ones for me, and then we can stick them all on. What do you think?
This one.
That's a pretty one, yeah. Can you pick the best ones? Which are the best ones?
This is pretty.
It is very pretty.
This one.
Oh, this one? Okay, a few. That's a really big one, isn't it? There we go, thank you. Look how big that one is. Which one, Zena, is your favourite?
This one the favourite.
That one's your favourite.
That's a pretty one, isn't it? Look at that. Do you think we've got the best ones?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Perfect.
Verity might think she's finished, but Zena is the ultimate perfectionist.
Look.
What's that? Do you want him to go on the picture? And him?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll squeeze them in. We'll squeeze them in. Oh, that was a very nice one.
Oh, look.
Pink. Do you like pink?
Yeah.
Back at the boat, progress is being made.
I want to keep as much of the woodwork that I can whilst getting the space back. I don't want to destroy things unnecessarily.
And Ian is on the scavenge for materials. Luckily, the farm has a substantial wood store.
Now I'm looking for some more wood to clad the front of my little wall inside the shelter, but I'm not sure. In some of this cladding here, I'm not sure if there's enough of it to actually clad the whole entire lot, and it's better to be consistent. So, what else we got? I mean, there's loads of this, and in fact, yeah, that'll do nicely. I just need some help with it. George?
So I've just about finished knocking through the interior of the boat. I have to say it's been a really messy job. There's a lot of spiders and it's very, very dirty. But we've regained a lot of space. At the stern we've now got what I'm creating is going to be the double bed. And then obviously what this space really then needs is a really good clean. It was a really beautiful yacht once and it's got some incredible timber work inside. And I'm just hoping we can show that off to its best.
That's that done. So that's all the cladding on the front. Now on to the steps up to the boat.
Asila and her family want to turn their old boat into a unique camping experience that guests will love. But it's not the first time a boat has been transformed into accommodation. Steve and his wife Lizzie took the front of a 75-year-old fishing boat and remodeled her into a luxury getaway.
Here we've got the boat shack. I think uniqueness is key. Whatever the weather, people always want to have a bath outside. So this bath, when we moved to the farm here, was already here, and it was used for soaking hay for horses. I studied industrial design, so I come from a very much art and design background. I did all the work really to renovate it. Whatever the weather, people just want to sit outside and have a fire. It was definitely challenging. There was a lot of work that went into it. We've got a kitchen and bathroom in this part of the shack, and then we've got the bedroom in the part to the left here. So the door itself was actually made by the boat builders that took this boat apart. They built the door basically for us. Even though it was the front of the boat, it weighed 5.5 tons, was 5 meters wide, 5 meters tall. To bring it from Exeter to Cambridge is a bit of a challenge. So we had to have a massive lorry that had to go pick it up, and it had to have a convoy car following it all the way here. We've got a heating in here as well as a wood burning stove. We've got running water. We've got voice-activated lights and music that people can play in here, storage cupboards underneath, and obviously a king-size bed in here as well. This is the kind of kitchen, living area. The bedroom next door that's made from the boat is actually from this original boat here, which sailed out of Penzance. So yeah, 1945, big fishing trawler. And it's the front end here that's been cut off and turned into the bedroom. This here is the original crew from the 1950s. I'd probably say I'm slightly addicted to antiques and old things. We've got an old workbench here. We repurposed this and use this as the kitchen counter. We've got this really old, solid trough that we're using as the sink. I think this was found in a Victorian garden dug up by a JCB driver. Kind of got all those kind of technology creature comforts with something that actually is quite authentic and rustic. We've got a record player and a load of records that guests can use when they stay. It's on this old 1930s drinks cupboard. I love this counter. All of the little touches are things that maybe you don't have at home, but are something you'd love to experience. So, you know, whether it's playing records, you know, having a fire, all of those things, you know, take people out of what they're kind of used to on a normal day-to-day and allow them just to do something, you know, a little bit different. When we decided to do a glamping experience, we thought it was really important for it really to feel as kind of luxurious as a really nice hotel. Yes, you're glamping and you're outside, but actually you've got all those same creature comforts. It's a really nice shower, but we've used rustic corrugated metal as the walls, so it's kind of that mix again of like a nice warm shower mixed with some really kind of rustic industrial materials.
So what would a night in this boat set you back then?
It's between 150 and 200 a night. That varies to different times of year and kind of how busy we are. And if we're coming up and we've got a gap, then we might drop the price slightly. Here we've made the lamps out of some old carpentry clamps, and then we've got some drum cymbals and then some concrete pendant. For anyone setting up a B&B experience, the key word has to be uniqueness.
Back at the farm, Verity and Ian are taking a little break from working on the boat.
This is my favourite bit of the boat, Verity.
It is nice. It's nice up here, isn't it? You get a good view.
The view's great. What does it remind you of?
I'm channeling a little bit of Rose and Jack on the boat.
Oh, yeah?
See? Do I look like I'm sailing?
You look somewhat like Kate Winslet.
Did I just hear that? You Jack and Rose on the Titanic.
You may have heard that.
Yes.
Yes.
I tell you, it's going to be a Titanic effort to get it finished.
Too right.
Right, fine, fine.
Thankfully, there is some work being done, with Asila and her sister Camilla giving the boat the clean it desperately needs.
I think it's going to be a really comfortable space for four to sleep. A little family, maybe. Mum, dad, kids in the V. Be cool. I'm really impressed by the change. The inside looks a bit empty and a bit scary, but I think it's going to look fantastic once everything's in.
Simon's almost finished the beds.
So I've just rebuilt the front of what is going to be the double bed using wood that was in here from different places. And I'm now about to put support beams in for the bed and apply top for the mattress to go on.
Now the boat can sleep four comfortably, it's a case of making the interior look as good as possible.
I have come back to the tent to carry on the work that Zena helped me with. And now I'm just using some super glue to stick them onto the backboard of our frame. And once that's done, that will fit in with a mount on top. So the shells will just be in the middle bit, and that can go in the frame and go onto the wall. The theme of the boat is going to be nautical and coastal, so using the shells is a really nice way of tying that through the boat with all the rest of the decor and really making it come to life inside.
Ian is ready to fit the stairs, finishing off the entrance to the boat.
Found all these offcuts of decking wood, which is great for the stairway treads because it gives you a bit more grip as you're going up. So I've got all this, I've got my sides to my steps, now I need to construct it.
And Verity is decorating with some vinyl tiles to add much needed colour.
These blues are going to be in the colour scheme on the soft furnishings. So I thought it might be nice to add them in here for a bit of interest and a bit of colour.
How are we getting on?
Good. How are you?
Good. And now that I'm out of this little space, it looks so much tidier in here.
Yeah, it looks much bigger as well.
Final stickers. How many of those you got?
I have about 30, but I don't think we'll need them all.
There's definitely a few spots could do with covering up.
No, this is a stylistic decision, Simon.
Oh, I'm
Isn't
with you
for
all the way.
covering.
No, I think it looks good.
However, I thought this section was square and parallel, but as you probably know, it's not.
Yeah, there's not many square things in it.
So I'm going to have to cut these tile decals so they fit properly. I'll finish doing these, I'll do the other side, and then we can crack on.
And then I reckon there's a little bit of painting touch-up.
I think we've still got some white paint to go, but we're getting there. Progress is being made.
Great, well done.
Thanks.
See you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Last piece of the puzzle. It's made of all the old bits of wood we had, but it's come together really well. And now I just need to put it in place. Let's budge it up. Actually, that's really sturdy. It supports itself on the deck here and budges up there nice and tight.
As soon as the final screw is in, it's straight on to the next job, helping Verity inside.
How's that?
Thank you, Ian. That looks marvellous.
As the day draws to a close, the boat has been transformed. Not too long ago, Asila's family project was a forgotten boat left to rot in a field. Abandoned with nothing but spiders to keep it company, the boat needed a major facelift. And with limited space inside, there was a lot to do to make this a place guests could come and stay. But there was potential. And with a big restructure, a new roof, and a lot of elbow grease, the boat has been given a new lease of life. It's well on its way to becoming a unique B&B.
Well, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. New stairs.
Oh, wow. I
Wow.
love the light.
That's awesome.
I know this is just a temporary roof structure for you, but I'm really beginning to get a sense of how much change this building brings to this boat. In fact, you're planning to put in windows up here, aren't you?
That's right. We're going to have at least one window looking over the fields at the back there.
And the alpaca.
That's right.
And again, also, there's a solid floor going down there, and that's going to be a field kitchen, is that right?
That's right, yeah. We're going to have the doors open out that way with sort of spice racks and whatever on there, so it'll create a sort of outdoor experience as well while they're cooking. So, yeah, that's great.
And then, you know, this stern area becomes a seating area so they can hang out.
Cool.
And Verity's done some nice little touches in terms of the outdoor decor, but the main change is inside. Are you up for coming to have a look?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel too much of a farmer to come in.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, really nice. Oh, look at that.
I know.
You've even got your selection of nautical books.
I'm just going to chat to you from outside.
It looks great. It looks so, so good.
And well, there's quite a lot more room, isn't there?
Yeah, well, obviously, taking that out, we've got the bed going back there. It's great, yeah.
It's really transformed the space.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, you get the light coming in
It
from the
makes
hatch.
it makes it such an airy space now in here, doesn't it? It's nice and open.
It opens
And then
up.
I try to reutilise a lot of the nice woodwork.
It looks great. It looks awesome.
And I like the way you've taken out these bits that restricted the feet.
So yeah, we took the footlockers out. I've never been a fan because they make you feel really constrained. It just means it's basically a full adult-sized bed now.
Absolutely, it's great.
And then Verity's added some really nice touches with decoration.
I love these.
The vinyl tiles
great.
look great. And she's done a really nice shell picture over there on the side.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the picture that Zena did. That's so cute.
And I like this as well. And we've got the mirror.
Yeah, all the nautical touches. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
And then I just kind of tidied up these side areas. And then we've just turned it into a sideboard, and you can still utilise all the drawers so that they're useful spaces, but we're still keeping the original woodwork.
But you've got the cupboards, you've got the storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
And obviously now we're going to do all the cooking eventually down in the field kitchen.
Yep, keep the cooking and the whole outdoor sort of living out there and just retreat back in here to a nice little cabin.
So it's a nice little space to be inside.
Yeah, it's cosy. Feels really cosy. You've kept all the character of the boat. It's lovely.
I mean, family of four, you know, can fit in here comfortably, can't they? You know?
Yeah, actually, let's not use it as a camping. I think I might just move in.
We've lived in smaller spaces. So
It's true.
if we had this 18 years ago and we started the farm, we'd have been set, you know.
It's been great.
Still be in here.
Yeah, probably.
It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
Really? Even,
Yeah, that was
even with all that rain? I'm sorry, we were always
bright.
2 steps behind, otherwise we'd have tried to have got those sort of things done, you know, taking out some of the rubbish, getting it clean, but you've really helped us to move it along. It's a project that really would have died, so, you know, it's great what you've done.
So obviously it's unlucky to rename a boat, so I'm presuming you're going to keep the name of this as Kango, is that right?
Yes, that's the plan.
Yeah, I think so.
And so I guess when you are all finished and it's up and running, have you thought about how much you're going to charge for people to come and stay?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably should think of that at some point. So,
Total blank.
the place you guys took me to, they charged about 100 a night, and their place was lovely and quite quirky as well. So maybe we'll use that as our baseline.
And we've got 4 people in there, so, you know, £20 a night, that would easily reach the 80. So between 80 to 100 sounds reasonable.
There'll be no price comparison because I don't know where else you can come and stay in a yacht in a field, especially one surrounded by geese and chickens
That's true. That's
and
very true.
alpacas.
That's right. I think we need a sign, no geese allowed. Yeah, keep them out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to wish you the very best of luck. and just say how much we've enjoyed transforming this space.
We certainly are really pleased with what we've got here, and yeah, we're going to do a little bit more, and it's going to be a wonderful space.
And we would never have got this much done, and we definitely wouldn't have done it to the standard that you guys have. So it's just been great having you guys here. It's fantastic. I love it.
So goodbye, guys, and wish you all the best.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, bye, guys. You know, it's been a very interesting project. A boat in the field. I knew that was going to be tricky, but we got there in the end.
The space has opened up so much more than I thought was possible. It was kind of dark initially, and now you've uncovered all this kind of space and light.
This has actually shifted it a whole sort of set of gears forward and really given it a really nice feel.
I hope guests love it. I mean, it is, like Simon said, it is unique. It's not really like anything else we've seen. So hopefully they'll really get into that kind of unusual boat in the middle of a field vibe. It's been really great working with Simon. He's taken our crazy ideas and gone, yeah, actually, you can do that. You're not that crazy, but this is how you should do it. So it's been fantastic.